Hi everyone! Today I'm gonna show you how to animate an object with multiple bones to follow a path. For this I'm gonna use this cable in my screenboard animation that follows a curve to create this nice movement. I separate my cable in other Blender files so it's easier to see. I started with my object at the center of the road. The object needs to have a considerable amount of verticals so the mesh can follow the path perfectly. Next, we need to add the armature to animate it. Go to the Object Properties Viewport Display and select In Front so we can see your bone. Rotate at the Y-axis and put the bone at the end of our mesh. Because this cable is a little long, I will need some small bones to fill the length. I will use 14 bones for this. Now, in the edit mode, we need to select the head of the bone and replace the cursor at the selection. After that, in object mode, we add an empty at the beginning of the armature. Next, we need to parent everything. So first we parent the mesh to the armature using automatic weights, and then we parent the armature to the empty. Now, we need to create the path to the object to follow. I will be using the Bezier curve, but you can use the other curve if you want. Now, we have to extrude and change it as the way we wish. I wanted a path with a lot of curves, so I could get that nice movement in the video. So when you finish your path, change its direction with a W, switch direction if necessary, put it orange at the beginning, and place the empty at the center of the scene with an Alt G. Now we need to connect the empty with the curves, so we add a follow path constraint for the empty and choose the curve as the target. The empty should stick at the beginning of the curve automatically. In the follow path constraint, I will change the up axis from Z to X because my curve is at the X axis. After that, we need to duplicate the empty with a Shift-D enter and change the follow path offset of the second empty so it is separate from the first with a distance of approximately 1 bone. I use the offset value of -2.5. Now we need to duplicate the empty as many bones we have, changing the offset value of each one. For me, I needed 14 empties for my bones, and I'm some -2.5 at each new offset value. Now select the armature and go to pose mode. Select the first bone and go to the bone constraint properties. Give it a track to constraint with its empty as target. At the track settings, I use the up axis and the track axis Y. First bone became up when I used the settings, so for now I will leave the up at Y axis. Now I will change the setting at the first bone to be the same at the others and move the bone for the right position. As you can see, the bones are aligned with the curve as we want, but we still have some issues at their center points. So we need to correct the offset of each empty that it sticks to its bone tail. In my case, I decided to stick it at the middle of the bone for a better performance of my object. Then we select the first bone and activate the follow curve at the respective empty constraint. But we have some issue with the bone when we do this. So we go to the pose mode again and move the bone to the right position. We select the first empty again and click to animate path, and after that just hit play at the animation, and that's it, the object follows the path perfectly. This tutorial was created based in a post in an online forum that I will leave the link in the description. As the information about how to do this animation was difficult for me to find, I decided to create this video to help the others that might have the same issue as I did. So thank you all for watching.